Dark so long I cannot find the meaning. Hold my hand, let me stay by your side through this never-ending night. I can feel it now, it haunts me. All these demons, how they surround me. In this red light, it calls me. He is reaching out, consuming. Tyrant of the dark side, where's my love? What hold this heart? Daylight is a distant dream.
Welcome back to Goblins and Gaze. I'm Aubrey, your GM. I'll toss it to my players to introduce themselves, who they are, who they're playing, and we'll get rolling into things.
Hi, I'm Aki, and I play the vigilante Gravewing, who is a Nagaji sylph, monk, and kineticist. We both use she/her pronouns.
Hello, I am Farris, she/her, and I play Alouette, also she/her, a bardic thaumaturge beastkin, doing her best while juggling a family curse, falling in love, and of course, the end of the world.
Hello, I'm Dusty. I use they, he pronouns, and I'm playing Eurideux, formerly Moran. Still a problem. Just angrier now. They are a blood hunter Nephilim problem. Just trying to fix things even though it's all bad. They also use they, he pronouns.
Hello, I'm Sparlock, and I play Alistair Whiskerfield, the great rat detective, arcane archer, and wizard extraordinaire, the revolutionary firebrand, sworn enemy to the Scriabins and scourge of the bourgeoisie, and master of Nicodemus Tower. We both use he, him pronouns.
Hi, I'm Tick. I use he, she, they pronouns, and today I'll be playing Nihil, who uses he, they pronouns. He cooks, he cleans, he eats people, and has an alien parasite living in his spine, slowly consuming him. What more could you ask for?
Hi, I'm Alyssa. My pronouns are they, them, and I play Laeth the Fourth, Dampier, dandy, rogue, failed matricide with a -1 constitution modifier. Laeth uses she, any pronouns.
So, who wants to tell me what happened last time?
I guess I do. Okay, so a few things happened. One, this is not in order. This is just in the order that I see them in my notes and say them. One, Gravewing and Lorelei, date time. They had a little date in the clock tower. Two, we already knew this happened, so that does. The group, just generally speaking, discusses what are they gonna do about Outram. There's a lot of talking about that, and planning what to do about Outram, and also we did a bunch of rebellion actions and reduced our threat, which is the most important part of all the rebellion actions that we did. And then otherwise, we were just planning what to do about how to rescue Outram, potentially also rescuing random other people from prison, depending on who they are. And then we ended with Akos just showing up at our door as we were actively saying, what happened to that guy?
It was kind of funny.
That's what you call dramatic irony, except only for Aubrey, because Aubrey was the only one who knew about it. The rest of us,
I heard we were talking shit.
Different. The end.
Yeah, no, I believe we ended last session with you all letting Akos and their new friend into the house so you could have a conversation.
Yeah, the door was open. There was at least one gun pointed at them.
Yeah, of course.
I opened the door.
Yeah, because you don't want to have this conversation out on the street.
Correct.
But also because then when they get in, I'm behind them and then we've put them in a kill box.
It's our turn for the kill box, Aubrey.
Do you remember the last time we had a very successful kill box? It was us jumping one god that was also Idris Elba. Do you remember?
Yeah.
I think about that beatdown on a regular basis. And I was like, that was disrespectful. We beat the shit out of him.
You put up a good fight.
Yeah, but we were doing things, okay? We were tripping. We were literally pulling magical rugs. There was like 2 grapples going on. It was back to back. We were disarming him, running away. And then when he would break through from the kill box then moved. And we would trip him and do it again. Like it was crazy. It was a very crazy fight that I think about an unnecessary amount of times.
So Akos and
Yes.
what's his face?
Yeah, Akos will step in, sort of take off their hood, and Akos's companion will follow. You see a feminine face with sort of this marble white skin and these broken horns, has this sort of long, almost golden hair. And Akos goes, "Meet Sable, leader of the Scarlet Bond." Sable will nod at all of you and say, "I believe we can maybe find some common ground here."
I look to Aubrey and say, can you please refresh me on the Scarlet Bond a little bit? Also for the audience.
The Scarlet Bond is, they don't like being called a cult, but they are a group whose entire ethos revolves around bringing the Scarlet Queen back to life because they think she's the only thing that will defeat the Tyrant.
Beautiful. Thank you, Aubrey, Nihil says, and looks back to the group. Well,
So now, do you
Aubrey.
remember who the Scarlet Bond is?
of course I know who the Scarlet Bond is.
Great. Wanted to make sure. It's like we literally summoned you or some shit. Well, Sable's, I don't know, we are Anathema, I guess. Is that what's going on? Akos, we have a name now. You're a part of it, whether you like it or not.
Akos nods and says, "Oh, I've heard about your exploits. Very proud."
Does Akos still have the unbroken necklace on?
They do not, and if you think back, they haven't had it since you've met them.
Are there dire consequences to doing that?
Yes.
Honestly, that's a him problem, not an us problem.
No, that's an us problem.
Oh.
We can
Actually,
ask
it's
him
an
about
us
it.
solution, potentially. Were you planning on following that line of thought, Alyssa, or do you want me to?
Go for it.
I mean, you started it, so feel free.
I mean, the problem is I don't know if it's good to derail right now, so maybe I write it down.
Yeah. That makes sense.
I guess, okay, we should figure this out. What do you want with us?
Well, Sable says, "We would like to offer our strength in return for a favor."
That's a
A
favor's going
favor
around.
other than what we have already acquired for you? We gave you back an arm.
Yes. More
is
of
no small
we just
thing.
need you to open a path for us. We can get the item we need. We may just need a little bit of assistance because we are not from this area.
I think we need more information than that.
Do you have a place where we can speak safely?
we are here.
Okay. Well, Akos also informed me that the crown is in Ravenswood.
What crown?
The crown of the Scarlet Queen.
Fascinating. Who knew that?
Akos has known about it for years, he said.
Really?
Is that
And-
what it is that you are attempting to get to?
Yes. We can offer our full force of over 100 people.
In what capacity? What
Whatever
is
you
your
need
skill
them.
set?
We have thieves, we have spy masters, we have warriors. For whatever you as Anathema need us for.
And no,
You
go
go, you
ahead,
go.
please.
No, I might say something real insulting.
Understandable. I am curious. We are aligned in our goal of not ending the world, yes? This is what we are
Yes.
aligned in? Okay, great. When or if you follow your great heart's desire and bring back your beloved, what does that mean for the world as a general rule that we have worked so hard to keep from ending, given past events which were not very beneficial for the world?
Well, we all believe that she is the only thing that can defeat the tyrant for good.
Oh, see, we were thinking we just stop a concert.
But will that defeat the tyrant or just buy you more time?
Who can say? It is a very big concert. They're putting a lot of stake in it.
And once the tyrant is defeated, what's your plan with her?
She reassumes the throne.
Follow-up question. What keeps her from also having a very similar name to the tyrant in terms of actions?
Sable sort of looks you up and down and says,
Not to criticize the person that you love so much. We all have flawed people that we esteem, but just curious. Long-term plans and all.
well, I think we're all more focused on ending this threat.
Right, yes, of course. Which is, of course, the priority. But I have a lot of plans for after the world ends. So I am very curious what kind of world we will have when we stop it from ending.
Well,
I would like a better one. I don't know about you.
and we do too. We believe that this is the best way.
Interesting. Quick question. Oh, go ahead if you have a question.
Oh, I was going to say, perhaps after the questions, the main group can have some time to discuss in private. I can make some tea for our guests, actually. I'm going to make some tea.
There are those who hear very persuasive voices in their head that have persuaded them to see a particular path for the world as the best path one might take. Do you also hear voices in your head that suggest that maybe this is the best path, or is this just something you believe deep in your heart and soul?
It would be preposterous for us to hear voices.
You would be so surprised.
But no, it is what we truly believe.
And have you ever met? Is this first-hand knowledge that you are carrying with you of what the life under the Scarlet Queen was like, or is this second-hand or third-hand, or just like a journal you read somewhere?
My grandfather was the leader of our armies.
Armies, interesting. Cool. Anyone else have any questions for the group or our guests?
Does that sound Great. I'm going to be very honest, Akos and Sable. It seems like we'd be trading one tyrant for another. No, full offense.
Akos shrugs and says, well, they're nowhere near rebuilding her, so...
And to be fair, it's a tyrant that can be killed or at least disabled and isn't apocalyptic.
Why is it that you think that you are so certain that she is able to defeat a tyrant in the first place?
She had limitless power. She couldn't even be killed.
But she could be dismembered, which it doesn't really feel like unlimited power if you can be dismembered.
I mean, the pieces are still alive.
Yeah, immortality. A lot of people have that. Dismemberment, being undismemberable, is very different. That's like a whole nother power tier, you know? I don't think the tyrant can be dismembered.
Well, it is what we believe, and she returns to her full power.
Do you have any way of talking to said queen?
When we find her head, yes.
That seems important, and you haven't?
We know where it is, we just can't get to it.
Is that the one in Ravenswood, or is Akos continuing to keep more secrets?
No, it's not in Ravenswood. The crown is in Ravenswood. We have a belief that the crown may at least let us telepathically communicate with her.
This seems like a great time for you all to have tea and for us to go have a conversation without you. Go have a seat. We have books, we have tea, you have cookies. Talk
The
amongst
cookies are
yourselves.
very good, I would like to say. I did a good job on that.
Yeah, the cookies are always good. Though, to be fair, I don't know if you have to bring out the best ones for them, but it's neither here nor there.
We would like to leave the room, close a door to the other room.
You can leave them in the sitting room.
Prove. Yeah, they're going to stay there. Well, this seems like a bad trait.
I think that it's fair enough to get rid of an immediate problem in lieu of a future one. But as she says this, Laeth is writing down, we can contain the queen, probably. The lair vaults.
Something
okay.
that,
Whiskey, and I think she'll add a whiskey thinks so too.
Gravewing is gonna go to you specifically, Laeth, when you say that, and whisper in your what the fuck does that say?
Laeth will
Message,
mouth
please.
later.
Look, I just think this is all a crock of shit.
Well, do you think it'll be good to have more people fighting right now?
I don't know that we are doing. I mean, unless we want to seize the city, we're not really doing outward fighting. We're doing lots of little things and stopping in small places.
The last thing I want to do is be associated with them.
Yeah.
If we are influential enough, imagine working with another cult, because that's what they are.
Yeah.
Influencing this city of desperate, dying people.
Yeah. And it is not like we don't have another option to gather essentially the same thing. And at least that one was still a problem, less of a problem, much smaller problem.
Well, I think it's also, we should probably check out and confirm what they intend to do if we are not helping them get the crown.
I assume do it anyway.
Which is also another problem we will be butting up heads against.
All right, so
Or it
we'll
could
have to
be
get
a
it first. Oh,
Or it could be a distraction for the lamplighters. We don't have to work with them to use them.
It's true. We could just let them run amok. If they cause problem for the lamplighters, that's not bad for us.
It's probably not great for the city itself, but
Neither is the world ending. So
if we did do it that way and they were to be successful anyway, would that be high on the list of bad, or do we think there are enough other steps that it will be a while before that becomes a problem? Or is this the time when we should seize the opportunity to take back one of the pieces that they need? Or do they need the crown to resurrect, or is it just to communicate? Is this something that is worth losing, or no? I don't know how important it is.
They need all of her pieces. And we already gave them an arm.
Yeah. So we could, in theory, try to take the crown first and follow your little, like, she does the little, like, writing motion to keep that out of their hands. Maybe perhaps limit that to and then she's gonna write Idrisi vault down, because there's a lot of Valairs to like get blood from. There's a lot less Idrisis running around.
Gravewing's gonna shake her head as she doesn't know what you guys are writing. She just thinks you guys are entertaining funny thoughts.
What do you think,
also
do you think that's a good idea? Oh, I mean, you can, for the, if you wanted to,
I close the door. I can't fucking read. I open the door again.
No, the door stays closed. The door's been closed. To be
okay.
clear.
I thought the door was open like I cracked my back.
No, we're just like being extra because they're probably eavesdropping.
That's true, like a scrying or something like that.
Yeah.
Look at those like earth rats.
Okay, then what I'm
rats.
What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like back against the door area, and I'm just gonna mouth, because you can see my mouth. I cannot read.
Could someone
Lou is thinking of all the times that she's ever written anything down and slid it towards Gravewing and is mortified.
It's more than twice.
She's always just giving it to someone else and be like, what is this?
Giving it to Laeth.
Yeah, no, literally. It was like, Laeth, help.
Lou has brought a book club book and been like, Gravewing, you'll love this one.
I make Lorelai read it to me. I'm like, it's like I cannot read.
So I think right now we continue on our own ways and let them know if that they get in the way of ours, then it will not be good. So how do we feel about them ransacking Ravenswood?
Kind of not good. I am worried that they will alternate the students out. Especially if they do not have our help.
If they're gonna ransack it on their own, they're probably gonna do more damage than they would if we helped.
What if we ransack it?
Yeah, we could. Should this be a one-off situation, and to ensure no one gets hurt, or less people get hurt, rather?
There is also the consideration that if we A, do not help them, and B, also steal it from them, that we will make an enemy of them. Which I do not want to be friends, But also, I don't know if we can afford enemies that have 100 people at our beck and call that are also zealots.
Can I voice an opinion? Just a thought, a pretzel of one, and it's not the most ethical. I'm sorry for that, but we did earlier need a group that we weren't too attached to act as a diversion or a distraction, but we didn't really have anything. And theoretically, if we do tentatively align ourselves and help with this, and this cult becomes a problem for, say, another higher power that doesn't like this cult, they'll have to focus on 2 targets, and if we make them the bigger target, we can sneak under a few things unnoticed. If Scarlet Cult is more of a threat to, say, the High Priest or anyone else than we are. If that makes sense. I'm sorry if it's rambly.
Are you suggesting that we align with them in order to use them as cannon fodder?
Or technically use them as a shield, or not betray them. I guess kind of betray them. I mean, if we have a target to aim a cannon that's normally aimed at us, it gives us extra time. Especially if that target becomes bigger than us. We're not that big. And it could be a resource to use later, especially simply because they're already using us like that to begin with to get their own goals satisfied.
There's only one level of betrayal. It's not kind of or sort of, it's betrayal.
Okay, then...
There's also the problem of being associated with them in the first place. Which is bad. Like, on every level, but also, like, public relations level as well.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the association, and personally I'm not too sure if the reward is worth the risk, but it is a way that we can use them in the future if we need something of a distraction where we have to complete a couple of things to get the heat off our own tails. But that's just a thought, really. I trust that you guys have good judgment. I'm along to go with either, though I would prefer that we don't work with the cult. But it seems like it may be a necessity. It depends on what you guys believe, really.
Did Akko say before he left how many pieces of the queen they have already?
No, he did not.
Okay.
Out of character, he at the point did not know how many they had.
So it's more than one piece.
Okay. So they for sure have the arm, and they know where 2 pieces are, and they're close to getting 1. They did not say why they can't get the head. We didn't ask that.
Maybe there's a Blades in the Dark game that I'll run in the future where you do that.
Get the head?
So head?
So, no. Well, simply because I am concerned for them harming Ravenswood Academy. It's all their students. What if, we do a trade? They raid the prison and break everyone out as the cult, not us. And we help them get the crown, and we go from there.
So you are intending a sort of equals fight. They help us with one thing, we help them with one thing, and then we go our separate ways and just hope for the best in terms of having given them the piece to communicate with our next in line tyrant.
Yeah, I mean, also, if we get the crown first, we could try communicating with whatever the Scarlet Queen is. Maybe we could broker a deal at this point.
With the Queen?
We gotta try something.
I don't know that we want to try that. If that is on the docket, then we should just say, hi, cult, let us go.
We could damage the crown.
Well, that's definitely making an enemy.
They wouldn't know. They're not there. They think they can telepathically communicate with it. They
Fair
don't
enough.
know. And it's not like we are without mages.
We could do a switcheroo.
I can't imagine. I mean, this is a deeply important object for their end goals here. I can't imagine that they're just going to leave us in the room to get the crown. I think their plan was to have us get them in.
We could make that part of the deal. If they are doing the prison break simultaneously with us getting the crown, we are distractions for each other.
Eurideux, are you willing to sabotage them while they're rescuing Ultra? You don't think they're having the same conversation?
Well, regardless, I'm willing to go to the prison. I could be their liaison or however it is, but I'm going to the prison for sure.
This is very dangerous, Yuri. They want you so dead. More dead than they wanted you the first time you were in prison. Which was pretty dead. Now they want you publicly dead.
We've got good disguises.
You put a lot of faith in my cat talismans.
Look, I could do it on my own now.
No.
I've took tips from you and Vittorio.
You clearly haven't learned the last time you tried to do something on your own.
Well, no, I'm just saying if we're sending them in alone, I will go with. I was more saying we send them in as the Scarlet Bond, and then we go in amidst all the chaos and take everyone out that we need. That way, it's not an Anathema job. It's their job.
That is useful. But I don't love the idea of you being surrounded by cultists and coin guards. It feels like a really good recipe for not being alive at the end of it.
Right. I'm just very concerned about the people in there.
No, I understand.
Look, I understand. I'm being okay. What do we want to tell them? What do we want to do? I think they're probably running out of tea at this point.
Impossible.
Personally, I would just straight up refuse them.
No. I do not really wish to work with them in any way. However, a favor for a favor and being done with them seems the cleanest way to be done with them and not have an enemy. But I also don't like leaving the crown in their hands and doing the favor for them and giving them some way of a fake crown or a broken crown.
We don't even need them, period. We haven't even tried recruiting in our places, truthfully. I don't think we need them.
We did get a massive push in reputation from dealing with Mr. Johnny Rotten, so there is a good chance we can yield more than we currently have.
The negatives of not dealing with them, even for a single action, is that they will do it anyway and cause more havoc than if we were there to mitigate the damage.
I think we should help them do it and then steal it back later.
Oh, yeah, because they're going to stay here, right? No. If they really, truly wanted to help our cause, they would do so. They don't. This is just a lengthy... They got 100 people. They can lose quite a few and not give a shit. That's how cultists work. They have an end goal.
Right. But wouldn't you rather sacrifice them than sacrifice more of the blades or more of other people that we would recruit?
You guys are the ones that are talking about actually doing this job and shit.
No, I mean, you're talking about how we can recruit more out of the city. We saw what happened when we recruited from Salvation Row. We saw what happened to the Row. Do you think it's going to be different if we recruit unions or nobles or anyone else?
I think it'll be a fair effort that doesn't involve bringing a queen, an undying queen, who could supposedly, potentially, whoop the ass of the Tyrant, and then what? We're still around, we can chop her up later and do the same thing? We're trying to prevent one end of the world. Why would we go help another end of the world? It's not making sense to me.
For time and for lives.
They're gonna be here, they're gonna get influence. People are scared and desperate. You don't think some ultra being with the promises of completely ending our biggest threat is not gonna awaken some people?
Which will happen with or without our help. So why not stay aligned while we can?
Because there's nothing that we got in common.
Also, most people don't know about the Tyrant yet, my understanding.
What?
Out of character, sorry. I said that as Yuri, out of character.
No, the Tyrant, everyone. Yeah, its Tyrant is very well known.
As like the end of the world situation?
The end of the world situation, no, but...
Yeah.
Being a 100-year-old problem.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think working with them is useful, but we need to know what they plan to do if we don't help them get into Ravenswood.
We know what they plan to do. They'll do it anyway.
Well, we need to hear what they're going to do, regardless. That way they could tell us face to face and we know that there'll be a problem or will be a problem for them.
I have a follow-up question. If we do intend on stopping them, do we have the resources currently to add them to the enemy list right now?
That is what I am saying. I think it is at our current abilities. I think it is best that we leave this as neutral as possible. We are neither their allies nor their enemies currently. If we are in a position later where we can become their enemy, great. But at the moment, we can barely do what we can do. I don't want their help. I don't want them to be any better at what they are doing than they are. But I also do not think that we can fight 100 people if they decide that we are a problem that needs to be taken out. If we do, there are two ways to do it, I think. One is to simply say, no, thank you, and send them on their way. And hope that whatever they do to Ravenswood is minimal and casualty less. The alternative, if their plans for Ravenwood are violent, is to do a clean favor for a favor and sabotage their results with the crown in the process, so that they cannot become more powerful and we all leave as unlikely, not friends, not enemies. Pure shake hands once, goodbye, never meet again. If there is an alternative to either of those, great. I think I will step out just to be like, hey, what's your plan with Ravenswood? Just so we have that information and I can bring that back to the group.
Yes, you will find Akos and Sable sitting in the library or the sitting room and just discussing quietly, drinking tea. And Sable would look up at you and say, "We don't want it to be violent. We would prefer to avoid as much violence as possible, but we will be leaving here with the crown."
And do you have like a game plan of any kind yet? Because we're sort of trying to figure out what resources we have. Just in general, there's a lot of logistics when you are running a rebellion.
And Akos is just like, I know how to get there. It's just dealing with the headmaster is going to be a bit of a problem.
Follow-up question then. What is it that you think that we can do for you regarding that? None of us attend the university or have attended the university.
Well, that is the thing we would discuss when we decided to go forward with the plan.
So you have no expectations for what our help looks like? You just want it in general for funsies?
Yes. It's equal exchange. You help us, we help you with something, and you help us in return.
Again, we already helped you with something, so that we don't really have to do an equivalent thing. We gave you an arm.
That just opened negotiations.
That is very valuable. You did not have the arm before, and you cannot get another one. It is unique.
That is the deal we bring forward.
Interesting. All right, I'm gonna go back and talk with them. You should really reconsider how valuable that arm is to you, Okay, I'm gonna go back and tell them they have no plan.
Have the arm.
I know. Exactly. You're welcome. I'm just gonna tell them they have no plan. They don't know how they want us to help them. They just want it because they think we owe them. They got nothing. They don't want violence, but they're not afraid of violence. That's all I got.
It does just sound like they want to use us as manpower because they don't have enough. Maybe they're bluffing about the 100 men.
They might be bluffing.
And just a reminder, you do have somebody in your group that did go to Ravenswood very briefly.
Juniper?
Alistair.
Alistair went to Ravenswood? What?
Yes.
You never told us you were collegiate.
So that's why you wanted to go to Ravenswood.
Why do you think I'm so concerned?
I thought you were just a like magic and a nerd. I thought it was like a hobby of yours because of your ancestor. We really got to talk to Alistair more
education.
Okay, so out of character, because you probably would have caught on to this.
I don't know. I don't know if we would have.
Alistair has dropped a few references. Like he seems to know the evocation professor, like a student.
Alistair is a detective. Alistair is a detective. I expect a detective to know certain things about the fucking city that he lives in.
Yeah, that just means he's good at his job.
For your lack of memory, I am an academy dropout. I was expelled because of my theory of unified magical theory, that I thought divine, arcane, and occult magic were all one thing, and that I could master all of them at once. And they were just like, you're bad at magic, and kicked me out.
Please share this in character.
Give us your dropout lore.
Okay, so in character, if y'all are if you haven't gathered, I will be aghast at like, what are you talking about? I've been talking about this whole time, and I will go into this long explanation about the different fields of magic, and it kind of goes off into a little tangent for a while. And then I go on a rant about how the professors never believed me.
I am I'm pouring tea for the whole group because this conversation is high-key riveting. I should have known this. I listened to talk about theories of the dead professor for like a whole night, and I was just like, I'm not paying attention. I feel bad now. Niall feels bad now.
Sometimes people just have special interests.
I
How
feel
are you
like
supposed to know they were
Schism
getting a
caught
degree in it?
Anyway, yes, but this is legitimately why I'm so concerned about them trying to steal from Ravenswood, because they are a more dangerous group. Like, yeah, they're bad, but I don't want, and yeah, the professors didn't believe me, but I don't want to unleash an evil cult on them. And I actually rolled I was trying to roll 1d20. I accidentally rolled 2d20s. It was going to be 15 or higher. I want to help them get the crown. And I accidentally rolled 2, got a 20 and a 19.
A thought.
There is someone at Ravenswood I would like to make sure doesn't get hurt as well, but I'm not sure if they'd be particularly in the path of the destruction.
What if we just warn Ravenswood that there is thieves coming, anonymous notes, a lot of moths, a flock of birds, filling Ravenswood with a message. There are a bunch of very accomplished wizards in this school, some of which are very accomplished and very powerful. Surely they can prevent a theft or an attack or both.
My stupid ass would be like, what if we send a calling card like Persona 5?
Okay. Wait, I like that. Because we can still agree to help do distracting while warning. And if Ravenswood listens or not, that's up to them, but they'll know who warned them. Us. I like that a lot more.
If they are at all any good at what they teach, this should be easy for them. And I think they would outnumber however many cultists could possibly show up. There's no way all 100 are in the city. People would notice.
I know their battle instructor. They give them a heads up as well.
Okay, because it is you, I have to ask. Do you know them or do you know them?
I don't think that's important right now.
You know them. Understood.
My God.
That is definitely important.
No, it's not. I just could tell them that bad shit's coming and they'll believe it because it's me. Take that as you will.
Either way, I'm liking this a lot more.
This
So
sounds
we
like
warn
a
them?
better plan.
Are we agreeing to help them in terms of, yes, we will help you steal the crown, and instead of being like, please let us have 100 people in exchange for helping with the crown, we send them to the prison? Or is it just, no, we'll help you with the crown and then we're even, we're done? I kind of liked what Yori said earlier about sending them to do the prison, because then Anathema is not involved in that, and we cannot get more heat for that specific thing.
I mean, if we want to, I think we could be done, but if we want to, do it in and go through the distraction, I think that's a fine idea. I just didn't want to give more ideas where it seems like it'd be dangerous because of my proclivity to the situation.
I also think that it is, if we do the break-in personally and it goes really wrong, then we are in real hot water. Because we are Anathema. And I don't know how easily we could break up into a prison twice. Or death. We could be dead.
Insane question. Maybe I missed part of the conversation, but what are the odds of not only just winning Ravenswood, but how good of a forgery do you think they could give us? Because imagine if they think they assembled the whole Scarlet Queen and they're like, fuck, the crown's wrong.
I
don't know.
I think that would
Unfortunately,
be
none of
very...
you know what exactly the crown looks like.
But the people of Ravenswood would.
That headmaster sure would.
A person at Ravenswood would.
The
They can
headmaster, is that the one who used to be buddy with Helena, who owns the house we're currently in?
Yes.
They were
The
tight.
headmaster, they were very tight,
Gave
and
her the
they
book,
also
and he wrote the little inscription in it, and it's like, I love you, but not really. I can't say I love you because you're like married or something like that, and gay.
Yes. And they also established the Holy Blood together.
Yep. And
it was very close with Talos.
The headmaster currently considered evil by Helena standards? Because I know she was betrayed, but she wasn't betrayed by the headmaster. She was betrayed by Talos.
Was betrayed by Gore.
Oh, Gore, right.
Yeah.
God, this was a long time ago.
Is the
we haven't discussed this in a while.
Is the headmaster unbroken?
That's what I'm exactly is. If not, they have the crown, which I don't know what that suggests about them, frankly. But if they're not unbroken, maybe we can just have a very nice, solid conversation with them, or with Helena to have with them.
Unbroken? Akos.
Aubrey. Would Paloma know?
I don't know. I think that might take you 2 to 4 business days to get the answer to that.
Yeah, I know. She's not exactly prompt. I get put in a scheduler. I'm not a priority in her life. I know this.
A win to meet.
Mm-hmm. Do we think it's worth trying to get more, like, my thought process here is that if the headmaster is not unbroken, we can just straight up talk to him and like have a fairly frank conversation, potentially a future ally if the conversation goes well, but at any rate, someone who would have a good reason to maybe make a fake crown, or at least complicate the crown in general, or the blocking of the, oh god, I hate talking, the stupid cult into the stupid school.
The Scarlet Bond.
Yeah. So like potential powerful ally option, but only if not unbroken. And to find out if we're not unbroken, we'd have to probably ask Akos, which might give the game away, so maybe not worth bothering. But the question was raised, can the school make a really good fake crown? Nobody's seen it except the headmaster. Is the headmaster someone we can get on our side to ask? Big circle, but I did it.
I mean, even if the headmaster above table is unbroken, like, we could still get them on side against the Scarlet Bond. They just might try to kill us.
Yeah, like,
yeah,
the thing is like, Alyssa's right in the sense of, like, if they have the opportunity to get the one people off their tail that would want the one magical item that they want to continue to keep in a very convincing way, I don't see why they would just say, like, actually, no, I don't want to do that. I want to have more problems for me in the future. Fuck you. That would be kind of stupid, you know? And the Unbroken are evil, but they're not stupid. I'm stupid.
Did Helena leave town?
Yes.
Okay. Because then we wouldn't have to get involved. We could just make her do it, but alas.
She's been gone for a very long time.
Can we forge a letter from her? Be like, I left my wife for you.
There's
Come
certainly
meet me.
enough documentation that you might be able to forge something.
I think saying I left my wife for you and realized that I'm straight would probably be a really high DC, Farris. And also there's this crown I want for our wedding day. I think you have it.
That one was a joke.
Really? Was it? Because you entertain too many marriage ideas.
Straight men can be wild, and I say we go for it.
They're not straight. Let me put it this way. I'm trying to straight, but it's not straight.
You're right. This
They
is
also
an
have
Aubrey
cis,
game.
so.
Where's the one straight guy doesn't exist yet?
no straight people in Noxlight.
The closest that we got was fucking Barry.
Yeah. He's on thin ice in terms of not being straight.
I think he didn't know what a lavender marriage was.
Oh, no, don't make me feel bad for him.
No, gay people suck sometimes. Don't feel bad for him.
Wait,
Just
what is a
what? You
lavender
couldn't
marriage?
figure yourself out and that's our problem? Please.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
We can
What's a
talk about
lavender
that
marriage?
we can talk about that in the chat.
Yeah. We'll put it in the chat.
So, what are we doing?
Our verdict, to my knowledge, is agree to help to minimize the damages and potentially forge a fake if possible. But, if they're gonna do this, we may as well do it so we don't have the cult commit massive amounts of people murder. And then we either say we're done if we trick them, or we ask them to help us with either the jailbreak or just owe us something in the future. It would be interesting if we could do that, but
No.
it's like
I don't want to get a IOU from them.
yeah.
I think we should broach the subject of causing chaos at the prison while we break people out.
Chaos
Like,
for
honestly,
chaos.
do I want to help them? No. Do I want to, it's the equivalent of when you see a toddler holding a very big knife and you know it's going to go badly, so you take the knife to do the thing anyway so the toddler doesn't do it. You get what I'm saying?
A knife!
No! No! Oh my god, why does he have a knife?
So, yeah, I think we should do that, and we don't want to work together, but we will use them. And
Best
we
case-
could blame the prison break on them.
Yeah. Best case, if we can trick them, we have them permanently crippled for actually putting together the Scarlet Queen until they figure out that we did actually trick them, and they have to figure out which part's fake and which part's real. Worst case, I guess we just do something for a cult, but at least we killed less people than they did. Heart emoji. I don't want to help them, but it seems like helping them causes the less damage, Nihil says sadly.
More fun, hard choices. So, are we convening with the two of them to tell them your decision?
Just reiterate.
Is that the group
what we
anonymous
landed on.
decision?
To help them, sabotaging them by either letting Ravenswood know or letting the headmaster at Ravenswood know and trying to make a plan, and then having them in turn help you with the jailbreak.
Okay.
Before we let them back in, Laeth tears up the note and eats it.
Yum.
What did you put in? Laeth, you can't eat paper.
You didn't. I mean, I would have eaten that for you. I've eaten worse.
I've eaten worth. I'll eat it for you for free.
Hey, babe, let me eat that for you.
No.
Did we take a vote?
Are we all good above table with this plan?
Above table, yes. I think Nihil is on the fence about it, where it's I see the pros and cons of both. I don't want to help a cult, but again, it feels like it might, as long as
They
we're
may
betraying
just
them,
go
it's
ahead
cool.
and do it without you, and
And we're only helping them.
Yeah.
If we help them correctly, then they don't succeed.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. I give you guys a thumbs up. I'm can I go make sure they have enough tea while we finish the discussion? I've cast my vote.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go get them more tea and cookies. I don't want to be a bad host.
okay.
Not the good cookies. Or the cheese.
Say give them the burnt ones, but I don't think Niall's ever burnt a cookie.
I've burnt a cookie a couple of times and I always eat them because I feel bad. No one else should have to.
There's just the cookies that are slightly less perfect, and the cookies that got accidental Alistair fur on it.
The guests get the good cookies, cultists or not. Please don't quote that out of context.
All right. So you reconvene with Sable and Akos, and who is going to be pitching this plan? Because I'm going to need a deception roll.
Looks at Laeth.
We have our better deceivers over there.
Mhm.
but
I think it should be Lou, but I'm happy to do it.
I was gonna be like, would aiding be allowed?
Aiding would be allowed. As long as you have deception, you can aid. You can roll to 8. It's a 15 or higher.
Let me see what I got. I forgot to open Foundry. Hold on. Just now dawned on me that I was not in it.
Laeth, what's your deception modifier? I'm kind of curious.
Plus 21.
Okay, Jesus Christ, never mind. Mine's plus 15, and I was like, damn, mine's actually not that bad. And you're like, no, I'm just really good at loss.
You sure you don't want to do it?
I'm a rogue. It's a mastery. No, I'm happy to do it.
Please lie. My crafting is what's on steroids.
Let me look, dang it. Yeah, mine's only 17. Wait, you're a master in deception and it's a plus 21? I'm a master in occultism and it's only an 18.
I think it's your...
This is what you sacrifice. This is what you gained for your con sacrifice.
Exactly. It needs constitution and you can lie your way out of it.
It worked in The Sims. You can lie your way out of death.
Exactly. Or kiss your way out of death, which Laeth will also do.
Well, you know what? That's fine. You do what you gotta do.
I used a hero point to aid.
I can give you guidance.
You want to give me guidance?
Not you, sorry. Laeth.
Okay, I was confused for a second. I'm aiding regardless, but I did... Hero point was good because I got 19 on the die, so that's like that's 32.
So that's a plus 2.
And all I'm going to do for aiding is, Akos knows how I am, and it's not too far-fetched for me to be always upset. So I am aiding by being visibly upset with our decision to help. That's what I'm doing. I disagreed. I got overruled kind of vibe.
Yeah.
That's that bitch ate the note. I don't know what it says. Somebody has to tell me later, and I'm upset because I don't know what it says. And then I told everybody I can't read, and now I feel kind of stupid. Like a little bit of this is a little real. is the best way to put it.
Guidance is plus 1, right?
Yep, and you get plus 2 from the critical.
So I rolled an 8, but then I used a hero point and I rerolled and I got a nat 20, so that's a total of 44.
44, okay.
Jesus Christ!
So,
fuck you, Scarlet bitches. No red heads.
How, like, in character, out of character, how are we phrasing this? How are you selling this to them?
I think it's sort of because Lou came in and asked a bunch of questions semi-antagonistically, I think they know we're not fully on board. So I think Laeth goes into it as more of a, we talked the group around, we're willing to work together for this one thing and see how it goes. In exchange, we want help for the jailbreak. Is that the deal?
Yeah, we want them as a distraction, I believe.
Or to do it, I think.
Yeah, I guess we can get them to do a jailbreak.
We can talk about the specifics later. It's the idea that they understand that we are doing chaos for chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and as you do this, Anakos will say, I can get you into Ravenswood, and depending on how Andreas is feeling that day, I might be able to even get you up to his office to take a look at it and figure things out.
Quick above board question.
Headmaster?
Never mind, you're asking it. Good. Do it.
Yes, he and I go way back. Unfortunately, not that kind of way back.
Oh, I was looking at Yuri and I was like, is it the Yuri way back? No, it's not. Okay.
No, it is.
Oh, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's not the. He's meaning it as he was never part of the cult.
Oh, I see.
They banged, but they weren't. Got
so
it.
you fucked. I just say out loud.
Nihil gives the look to Yuri. Yuri just does a quick yeah.
Oh, so you fucked. Okay.
Speaking of that, Akos, do you have a moment after our guest leaves?
I always have a moment.
Yeah, I think that Laeth will lead him to a different room. We don't need to do this in front of Sable. But if he was going to show them around or something, she doesn't have to actually lead. But we'll lead him into a different room and say, thinking back, I can't help but notice that you haven't been wearing a necklace since we met in jail. My understanding was that those things were quite hard to get out of.
Yeah, and as you say that, he pulls part of his collar down to show essentially where the necklace had branded him. I'd say they most certainly are.
But not impossible.
Not impossible, and it will leave a mark. I made sure of that.
Well, that's just wonderfully fitting now, isn't it? They're used to compel truth in the wearer, no?
Yeah, they are.
Is the phrase the same for all of them?
Yes, but unfortunately, you need an item, essentially a wand that I made with it to compel the truth from someone.
Which is in the hands of the high priest, I assume?
Yeah, he took it from me.
Well, that's more than we knew before, at least. Anything else about your former friends you think might be relevant? You've been gone for so long.
Yeah. I mean, there could be many things. Who's to say?
Ideally,
I could be here all
you.
day. Could be here all day.
I have nowhere else to be.
Well, if you have specific questions, let me know.
Guys, do we have specific questions?
Did he say how he got the necklace off and I missed it? Or just that he did it and it came at a consequence?
Oh, I was assuming that he just physically did it and it came out of consequence. Is that...
Oh.
Aubrey, is that right? Or should I ask for clarification?
It's not right. It was done to him.
Oh.
Please ask follow-ups.
Yeah, okay. So that you broke away from the Tyrant for long enough to pull it off yourself?
No, the high priest took it off of me when he stripped me of all of my power.
Is that another thing that requires a wand?
No, he did it through whatever gifts the Tyrant gave him. Yeah.
Are there other questions?
I don't remember this, so I did drop one.
Same question, and also why he would have removed it when it gives him power over Akos.
Yeah. Does having the necklace empower you in some way? If wearing it gives the high priest power over you, why remove it?
It was to shame me. So that if I kept the necklace on, I could probably still use any of my unbroken contacts, but no necklace and the mark, none of them are going to talk to me.
And the stripping of power in the first place was what? Ambition in fighting?
Yeah, bit of column A, bit of column B. He wanted to be in charge, always. The man is a control freak. to the very end. And, when I wouldn't cede power, he took it. Tyrant preyed on his desire for it and decided he would be a better herald than I was.
Is the position of herald something we've heard before, or is that like a clear... I have assumptions of what that means, but is there a clear meaning to it?
I mean, you would know what generally a herald is, but it's not a phrase you've heard before.
Okay. Herald.
Yes. The mouthpiece, the one who leads the charge.
Can the necklaces be put on unwillingly, or is there a way to tell?
I never made somebody put on a necklace unwillingly. Anybody who did with full... At least at the time, I thought it was full understanding of what they were being asked to do. But the more I think about it, the more I realize I cannot trust my own recollection of things.
How are the whispers these days?
Surprisingly quiet.
Yeah, Laeth will ask that, sort of what powers they had both as the herald and then either before that or after that, if there was a tapering off.
Chris was saying, I had magic, quite a lot of it. And it was all kind of violently ripped out of me in a moment and then stuffed into your dead mother.
Just magic? Will? She didn't seem herself. Is she being puppeted by the Tyrant, by the High Priest, by you in some way?
The Tyrant, yes. The term puppet is very apt because she is a body reanimated by nothing but the energy of the Tyrant, set to serve his will. That's what I was.
But you were still alive.
I was, and I think that body maybe has another solid month of life left in it, depending on what she's been doing. Unless she started draining people. Should crumble soon.
But if she's draining people, it would sustain?
Sustain, but continue to warp her.
She's already warped. What worse will it do?
It'll get worse. Pure font of magic from the Tyrant is flowing through her.
So what happens if we break the body? Does it
break
release or dissipate?
Depending on how you do it, it might explode.
What would be the way for it to not do that?
You would probably need some sort of vessel to contain the energy in when it erupts.
Does the vessel have to be living, or could it be living or recently deceased, or could it be a vase?
I wouldn't grab any regular flower vase. It would have to be something powerful and built for it, either mechanically or magically.
Any other questions, gang?
I don't think so. I got my worm lore and I'm kind of happy.
He doesn't have like a roster of like which powerful city figures he last knew were part of the Unbroken. Just so we can like see if there's anybody not on the list. I assume it's most, but like maybe there's a few surprises.
Oh, do you want me to ask about the symphony, or do we not want to reveal that to him?
He may not know about it, honestly. It sounds like it's something that came into, that's like a Cygnus plan, not a his plan.
Yeah.
So he may not know about that.
Ask about what the, if he knows anything about the Moran's inclusion of everything happening.
Okay. Yeah, Laeth will ask. I don't suppose you have a roster on you still, or the ability to write one up for us?
Possibly. I don't have one on me, but there's one that exists. If you want to get it, it's yours.
Where?
My old apartment.
All right, the whale department?
My old apartment.
Oh.
Yes.
Effie
For
house,
a time, I served as a whaler.
Like, what does that mean?
Is how the Tyrant got to me. Dredge style. The ocean, she calls, I guess.
The lake is super haunted now.
All right, we might check it out, although I can't imagine it's been left untouched. Do you happen to remember which of the Morans were on it? Or what their involvement was with the Unbroken in general?
Poisons. It was most of them.
Yeah, Laeth kind of shrugs, because, yeah, that makes sense. I think it's a bit after your time, but do you know anything about the symphony?
I knew that Alexander and Cygnus were working on something, but they never deigned to fill me on what it was.
Do you think that Alexander is laboring under the misconception that he could be...
I don't think he's laboring under much. I think he's very dead.
Right, that one's the dead one. Do you think that the Scriabins are laboring under the impression that they could gain power equal to the High Priest? Or do you think they know their place?
Oh, they are some of the most power-hungry people I have ever met. If they could surpass the High Priest, they would.
Well, as ever, this was an illuminating and unpleasant conversation, Athos. Where is it that you and your guest will be staying?
I've arranged for accommodations in the district. We'll be nearby.
And we'll be in touch.
I look forward to it. And Akos will swagger out of the house, and after he's left, you'll hear Vittoria say, "Of all the people I thought was still living, that one's still living."
Vittorio and Akos see each other, or is Vittorio just like looking out the window and being like,
Vittorio definitely avoided Akos seeing them.
Honestly, I would hope so.
But certainly seems like you have made a plan, and it'll be almost time to put that plan in action next time. Take us out.
Thank you, every pony, for listening to the wonderful episode of Goblins and Gays. If you like what we do here, feel free to follow us on Blue Sky, on Instagram. Please don't follow us on X, we don't use it anymore. Blue Sky, Instagram, Patreon, Nutters with Wink. We have a Discord where you can talk to all sorts of fun little fans and everything like that, and you can ping me and be like, "Hey, Tick, I love when you said this thing," and I'm like, "Yay, I love when you acknowledge when I say things. I just don't do it when I'm asleep, I'll be sad." Remember, give us some positive reviews if you can't support us financially. I know the times are tough, and honestly, words mean a lot because I like being complimented. I think everyone here likes compliments as a treat. Remember, stay safe.